The astral dimension is a place where normal rules don't apply. Like Alice in Wonderland, everything seems real yet is fluid and changeable. You can find anything there, from coarse realms full of raw energy to serene landscapes of spiritual harmony. Time behaves strangely. An hour in the astral might feel like only a few minutes on Earth. This is because the astral vibrates at a much higher frequency, like a video played at 20 times speed. Understanding this fluidity is key to navigating and eventually creating your own space within it. Think of it as a dream you can consciously shape, but with more stability and detail. In history, shamans and mystics have described similar realms, calling them spirit worlds or dreamtime. The key is to embrace the chaos and learn to make it your own. Moving through the astral's infinite realities is often hit or miss for beginners. These realities, or dream pools, naturally stratify into clusters of related thoughts. During sleep, your subconscious creates a personal dream theater just for you. But when you become lucid, you take control from the subconscious, and your custom realm begins to shift. You'll start tuning into other sympathetic parts of the astral, mixing realities. This can be disorienting, but also liberating. Historically, lucid dreamers like those in Tibetan dream yoga have used this to explore different states of consciousness. To make planned journeys, you need experience and specific techniques that trick the subconscious, like looking at your hands or spinning. These disorient the mind, allowing you to tune into a different reality. It's a skill honed over time, like learning a new language. To move between astral realities, you must learn to trick your subconscious mind. This powerful part of your mind usually controls your dream experiences, but you can override it with specific actions. For example, some projectors look at their hands and watch them melt, while others spin to cause left-right reversals. These methods disorient the subconscious, forcing it to tune into a different astral frequency. It's like changing the channel on a TV by creating static. The subconscious then seeks a new signal, a different reality. This technique is similar to reality checks in lucid dreaming, but applied intentionally. In scientific terms, it's like resetting your neural pathways to access a different state of consciousness. With practice, you can switch realms at will, exploring infinite possibilities. Remember, it's trial and error. Each attempt teaches you more about your own mind. Robert Bruce developed a simple, reliable method for creating your own astral realm. Start with a poster of a pleasant scene. Bright and sunny works best. Hang it on a wall in the room where you project and highlight it with a small spotlight when the main light is off. The light should diffuse evenly, like a movie screen. When you project, go towards the poster with a blank mind. Don't think, just gaze and move towards it. As you approach, your subconscious will be tricked into creating an astral realm exactly like the poster. Step into it, and you'll find yourself in a three-dimensional world identical to the image. It feels completely real. This method works because the subconscious uses the visual cue as a template. It's like using a GPS coordinate for your destination. For best results, choose a scene that evokes peace and clarity. You can customize your astral realm by adding cut-out pictures of objects or people to the poster. Cut around the shape carefully, matching scale as best you can. For example, if you want a friend or a historical figure to appear, paste their cutout onto the poster. When you enter the realm, your subconscious will create a thought-form shell of that person, and they will be there waiting. This can be a powerful way to communicate with loved ones who have passed away. The subconscious uses its perfect memory to animate the shell, making it interact naturally. If there is love between you and the deceased, their spirit may be drawn to this scenario and animate the shell themselves, allowing genuine communication. This technique bridges the gap between memory and spirit, offering a unique form of connection. It's a tool for healing and exploration. When you create a thought-form shell of a deceased person, the spirit may use it to communicate with you. This is based on the theory that love acts as a magnet, drawing the spirit to the scenario. The shell is animated by your subconscious's detailed memory, but the spirit can take over, using the shell as a vessel. This is similar to mediumship, but within a controlled astral environment. Historically, many cultures have practiced ancestor communication through rituals and dream states. In modern parapsychology, this is considered a form of apparitional experience. To increase success, focus on genuine love and intention. The clearer your emotional connection, the more likely the spirit will respond. This method provides a safe, private space for communication, free from external distractions. It's a profound way to find closure or gain wisdom from those who have passed. If you're new to astral projection, start with the poster method in a quiet, dark room. Practice relaxation techniques beforehand, like deep breathing or progressive muscle relaxation. Keep a journal of your experiences, noting what works and what doesn't. Be patient. It may take several attempts before you successfully enter your custom realm. Remember, the astral is a learning curve. Each projection builds your skill. You can also try combining this with the hands melting technique to switch realms if you get stuck. Always set a clear intention before projecting, such as I will enter my poster realm. This primes your subconscious. Over time, you'll learn to navigate and create more complex realities. The astral dimension is your playground. Explore with curiosity and respect. And always ground yourself after projection by visualizing roots connecting you to the earth.